Through faith I found love. With love I found hope. The polished woman.
Yay! This is my favorite episode. It's Racing Teenagers. The toughest job in the whole world. Racing teenagers has never been easy. Of course not. Every generation has had something that their parents feared, worried about, or even overacted about. And this generation is no different. What has changed, though, is the way that we look at those issues, how to discuss them, and how heavily they're reported. I think that it's important to keep that conversation going. Losing a mom at an early age, that made me,
I didn't know that. How old?
Have SEX early and got pregnant at an early age. So I don't have to introduce her. This is her second time, Eva LaRue. Thank you for coming.
Thanks
and
for
her daughter,
having me.
Kaya. And of
Thank
course,
you.
my daughter, Breanna. Hello. So, how do you describe your mom?
Breanna, how do you describe your mom? How would you describe your mom?
Well, I'm gonna be truthful about it, so I hope everyone gets it. It's not nothing bad, but my mom. Let's see. There's a lot to her, and when you meet her, she's the kind of person. She's not shy. She's the opposite of shy. She's very loud and outgoing, and she yells a lot, even just way too much. But she's very close with all her children, of course, and she gives so much advice to all of us and so helpful, and you're always there. And nice. And then there's your crazy side where you yell. And, that's
just being a mom.
I got to ride on that too. My mom's pretty loud and crazy. It's either the Puerto Rican side of her. She's either passionate about something or just talking about a show, whatever it is. She's just out there. She's very passionate. Once she finds something she really loves, she goes for it, and then she works, and then sometimes she gets lazy, and then she won't work at it, and then come back to it another year later and then be like, work. So she's always gonna get something done, but it'll be done in a span of 5 years. Even if it's just writing her name on a paper, it'll get done sooner or later. Her time skills are not great. That is a big thing. Big thing. That is the one thing we'll warn everyone about before being friends with my mother. It's her time.
She's always
her time management. But other than that, the good thing, she's always been really supportive and really she's a little pushy, but pushy in the right direction, and trying to make my dreams happen and trying to make me a better person. So she's cool.
So Eva, are you raising Kaya the way your mom raised you?
No.
Why?
No.
Wait, what?
Exclamation point.
Okay.
Well, I think in the way that my mom really went out of her way to find what my sister and I were good at, what our talents were, and what and nurture those and support those and really help us to be the best that we could be in those. Sometimes going overboard, like you said, by just pushing. And at the time, you think, I'm gonna kill her, get off my back. But if she hadn't pushed, past what I thought was comfortable, then I wouldn't be successful.
Do you feel sometimes that we are actually pushing you on things that you don't want to do, and it's us wanting you to do it?
Yes and no. Yeah, there's a lot of things like when I started doing my Top Teen Traveler and my own blog and stuff, or even writing my own article for
I've heard about that article, by the way.
Oh, thank
Congratulations.
you. Thank you.
Plug
for
it.
child
Yeah,
marriage.
plug it. Can you
for
tell them?
child marriage in the U.S. I created my own campaign called #StillAGirl campaign, and at first, I was doing it and I was like,
And it's on your website, KayaCallahan.com. Go visit, and she has a @Top Teen Traveler which is where she writes all of her travel blogs.
I do.
On her Instagram account.
I do. Yep.
But she wrote an article that ended up being posted in
which it was great.
Teen
but I
Vogue.
think as I was 15 when I wrote it and I was doing it, and I had a lot of doubts, and I was like, man, this is not gonna work. What am I doing?
Who's gonna
Wasting
read
my
it?
time. Who's gonna even read this? Full on. And then my mom was like, come on, let's do it. How about you picked out the biggest names, let's do Huffington Post. I was like, Huffington Post, no. Yeah. And we sent one anyway, and she was like, how about Teen Vogue? And I was like, all right. So mom literally went through a magazine, like she found some names, she found like emails, she was like, go, let's do it. Yeah, my mom really pushed me, and that was really good because I think I had too many doubts in my head, and my mom was that more positive push. But then there's some things where like, I don't know. Well, not school, because I guess I need to push for school too. I need to push a little bit for grades. But yeah, like as a kid, when I thought about doing acting for a sec, and I just hated it. Oh my god, I hated it.
My mom was like that too. I was really young, and she acted when she was like
I know.
a long time ago, and then she wanted me to start acting. And then I was like super young at that time, and I just didn't like it, and that wasn't like my passion. And she's like, no, just keep doing it, go to auditions, like photo shoots, headshots, all that. And I'm like, no, I don't like that. And that's when she pushed me, and I like didn't like it. So then she finally realized that I wasn't enjoying it, I wasn't having fun. So then she stopped that. And then there are the times where she pushes me for like modeling, and it's just in a good way, and she just helps me through that.
You like modeling?
No,
right?
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I think at a young age, though, they have more control, so then they can push.
So we're living in an age of social media, which isn't a big deal for our girls because this is the only world that they've known. That they've known. But Eva, I want you to know if you think that being in public eyes yourself has given you an advantage when it comes to parenting.
No.
Did it? No.
No, as a matter of fact, I feel like, social media, while it can be really great for some things, obviously has a downside, and people have the ability to, I call them the professionally offended. There's people who literally troll all social media to just be professionally offended because they have nothing better to do with their life than to. Can you imagine if they took all that energy and used it for good?
Yes.
Or to say positive, they put out a positive message, but they spend their days just looking for people to be offended by.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean. So people have the, because we're in the public eye, they have the ability to just like rant and say whatever they want. And you know what? We're all on this imperfect parenting path. None of us are great at it. We're just like fumbling our way through trying to figure it out.
Yes.
And some of it we do well, and some of it we screw up.
How to get rid of that? How can you not focus on that one message that wasn't, good, and focus on the 30 good other messages?
It's a really good
They
question.
don't know who you are. It's like they don't. Yeah. They haven't. I don't know, but they haven't met you. Like they don't know who you are, like truly inside. And the people that are giving you like, oh my god, I love you, like they're true people. But the people that are wasting their time like writing that bad stuff about you, like they
don't know who you are.
They don't know who you are. And
they're just judging you also because of their own insecurities.
Exactly.
Like for their own, basically they don't think their life is good enough, or they're like, man, like my life, blah 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 blah, and they just take it out on other people whose lives are actually good, and they're evolving and they're doing things in life. Like Breanna, like with your modeling, you're actually out there, like you're making your own like name for yourself, and people are just like, well, I don't have my own name, I'm not heard, I'm not, so they just take it out on that. So
Do you suggest, or do you suggest everyone to just delete that message, or
For sure.
delete it.
I delete.
Yeah.
I
I
wouldn't
block all
say
people that do that.
respond.
Yeah.
you don't respond because then it'll just turn
Oh,
into a bigger
you respond.
thing.
It's a mess.
Because then people come like, it's weird. Then it's all like everyone comes in on
Exactly.
it.
Yeah.
And, like,
No.
I delete
It's a
it
weird thing.
and block them because I don't want the conversation to continue, and I want somebody else to like jump in. And I've always said from the get-go on all of my social media, if this is, I do this because it's fun, and I do this and I keep it positive. Anybody who comes in here to be negative is gonna get blocked.
is there anything mistake that you did when you were a teenager that you don't want Kaya or I would want Breanna to do the same
A
thing?
bunch. Yeah, a bunch. I mean, Kaya knows this too, and I probably should never have told her this.
you
but
mean like the time you stole a Bob's Big Boy statue?
I didn't personally steal them. Thanks, Kaya. I could probably still go to jail for that, I'm sure. Thanks for putting that out there.
LAPD. She did it in Norco.
No, I didn't do it. All the
With all
high
her
school
friends.
boys did it. I happened to be with them. So I was in
She
a
stole a
complete...
Bob's Big Boy statue.
No, it got put back. It got put back. The high school, like the football team, thought it would be funny to steal them.
She was the accomplice.
Thanks, Kai.
Let's talk about what you did, Kaya.
Yeah. But you know what? I used to get straight A's. I was on dance scholarships. I was working already as a teenager. I was doing everything everybody wanted me to do.
Yeah.
I was always the good girl, but not on the sly.
So up until now, we've talked a lot about fear and worry, and that's important. But that's what's also important is the special bond that mothers and daughters share, and I want to highlight that as well. Kaya, if you were to plan the perfect girls' day for you and your mom, what would it be?
Oh,
Let's
high
start-
tea.
Huh?
High tea at the peninsula. No
Yes.
doubt. No doubt. High tea.
Do you guys want to go with us next week?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love the peninsula.
Yeah, the high tea at the peninsula. Oh my god.
No joke.
I
That was.
love it.
I was
Yeah.
already planning to do that before school started.
Yes.
That is the best.
Brianna, what's your favorite memory of me?
Of us together.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure at the in the show. Like
Yeah.
because there was a lot of thinking when we were on the show, and because we were in front of TV, like cameras were watching us all the time, and we had to be careful. So we always had a game plan of each assignment. We had a game plan and what we would do and what we would say, and like it was that bond. You know, it's like you don't
that was
get
really
that.
fun.
Your
I had
partners.
so-
Yeah, partners.
Yeah, I have to be thankful actually to Lifetime Hudson Media that we did that show. I was very hesitant to do the show because it's a reality show, but
It's hard to
I'm
leave your
so
home
glad.
for 2 months.
That's a lot.
That's
I'm
crazy.
so
And
glad
then
we did
constantly
it.
Exactly.
watched.
Yeah.
So Eva, do you and Kaya have any special rituals that you want to share or that you share together?
Or like, so you mean like traditions? More like traditions and stuff like that? Because
I mean, every
Like
year
every-
we go on
yeah.
we travel together.
we do. I'd
Just
say
the two
every
of us
year.
for like 2 weeks.
That's
And that ends up being like our time, like really our time. to-
Yeah.
That is, or like traditions in
Hyperconnect.
general. Like we
Yeah.
have like our holidays are really big. Like mom's a big holiday person. like
so-
Halloween,
yeah, so
Fun thing.
we go
All
crazy.
out,
Yeah,
the decorations.
Christmas, all out.
Mhm.
Easter, all out. Like we just have big family parties, and we like to have like mom likes to host and like always have the party at our house, just because it's more. I don't know, like it's more fun, and everyone like in the family just like knows mom is like the hoster, like. Not only the entertainment like on TV, but like the entertainment at the house.
So what makes you the proudest? You know, what makes what about Kaya
don't cry.
makes you the
Don't cry.
proudest?
She cried.
Yeah.
I hate when she tells me not to cry. I'm really proud of her maturity. I'm proud of your depth, and I'm proud of I'm proud of who you naturally are.
Proud of Brianna's competitiveness. I love that about her. I love that she just gets out there and does her like job, and sometimes she overdoes it because she wants to make her dad happy, and sometimes her mom happy.
Sometimes.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're more on the horse stuff, but you know me. I'm all about school. I'm all about like whatever. You love the modeling. I love you to be in the show business, but modeling is what you love. So I want you to do whatever you want to do. What are the most important or most memorable thing that your mom had advised you guys?
Oh, well, yeah, some stuff about that.
No, it's
But I'm
okay.
not
You
gonna
can
talk
tell.
about-
You can tell them because a lot of like teenagers out there, and especially with this whole, social media, it's just,
Well, I
you
mean,
know.
well, there's that to talk about, but then what I remember you giving me advice is when I broke up with my ex. Like, it was so hard for me because he was like my first real boyfriend that I really loved, and I don't know. He's probably gonna watch. I don't think so, but I was just so heartbroken, and I was in so much pain, and she was there, and I called her like at 2:00 in the morning. I'm like, Mom, like please come to my room. Like I'm not happy, and she just said like everything's gonna be okay, and you may not think that right now, but later on you're gonna laugh about this moment and look at me like I'm laughing about it. Like, it doesn't matter to me right now. But like she's really good with advice because she's been through that, and that's good because then she could help me through that. So just,
What is one thing that you learned about your mom and your dream?
My dream is to have like, I don't know, I guess like a really good solid family. Like I feel like in my life going through 2 divorces, not 1, but 2. It really put a damper on love and relationships for me. So I would really like to have a solid relationship with someone. I feel like I do right now with my boyfriend right now, who we've been together for almost a year. But but like in the future to really have that family and have that really amazing marriage and relationship, just kind of that dream marriage where you're together for better, for worse, like till death do you part, like for like I don't know, just like that entire not divorce, next guy, not 3 marriages later. Like I don't know, that's my dream, to have like a good family and be able to raise my kids well and be like happy.
So what advice can you give the teenagers out there about moms, about their parents,
listen to your
about
mom.
Just say okay and you're sorry.
Just say okay.
For anything you've done, just say okay, you're right, I'm sorry.
What advice can you give women out there, especially who are women who are single parent and have teenagers?
I
going
think
to college and high school.
I think as a single mom, because you are struggling and there is so much guilt. I mean, there's guilt that there's the family is already broken and that they're going to be able to get away with a little more usually.
Yeah.
And they start to slip through the cracks a lot of times when you're a single parent because they'll play the dad against the mom because there's that space. That happens a lot. Not so much with you and I. You and I are on the same
Dad
page.
is too lazy. I was like, Dad, and he's like, I'm 3 hours away, I can't do anything. I'm like, all right.
I'm like, and that kind of works out really great, but not for a lot of my friends. And I just think that open line of communication is everything.
Can you tell your social media, tell everyone where they can find you, where they can follow you and ask for advice?
You can follow me on Instagram, Breanna.Bunevacz, if you need help spelling that.
My regular is Kaya_Callahan, and then my travel account is Top Teen Traveler. It's pretty.
And KayaCallahan.com where you can read your article. My Instagram is, and my Twitter is I'm Eva LaRue. I am Eva LaRue. And then I'm getting ready to launch a YouTube channel, Eva LaRue, and it's called
About
Parenting.
Yeah.
And so that launches tomorrow, Friday. Very excited.
Yay! Congratulations!
Thank you.
Congratulations! So, my advice, whether it's for just a few minutes in the morning before you go to work or during the day that you've set aside just to spend with your kids, make sure that you take time to really check in with your children and nicely talk to them nicely. It's actually like that. That really helps. That's the key. And when you talk to them about situations that they're into, always say something that is connected to you or that happened to you. I feel like when I talk to them, to my kids, and they have a problem, I would always say my experience, and they would.
Yeah, because then it's relatable.
Yeah, it's more relatable. So, and they love hearing about what you
did as a kid.
when you say what you did as a kid, and so make your conversations interesting and not just scolding them or annoying them with your instructions over and over again or controlling them. So the tip of the day: be like them, be their parent, their best friend, and their party friend. Don't forget, give love and give love to the next person that you see, to the first person that you see after the show. Thank you.
The polished woman.